Okay, guys, sorry about that. I wasn't recording, but I talked a little bit about attraction marketing, and that's what I'm going to talk about tonight. I talked about some people that I interviewed this week, my friends Connor, Ashley, and Ellen Marshall. Lisa is going to be having some stuff that you guys are going to learn that she's going to do a separate video this week. I'm just telling her this week because she knows we haven't talked about it, but it'll be easier for you guys to learn this if Lisa does a video and shows you guys how to do it. And let me tell you something, they don't live in any, they both walked away from their jobs. Connor was a firefighter, and they do attraction marketing and they do affiliate marketing. So they connect themselves with the company like we are with LifeVantage, like I am with my Relaxed Sauna over there, like I am with Viome, all these different attraction marketing. And what they do is people are attracted to them. And if you go, I'll share this on the Freedom Fighters page. If you're not on Freedom Fighters, just ask me, I'll add it. But I want you guys to go and watch it. They're in network marketing, guys, and they're crushing it. And they never live in any place more than 3 months. And they're with Isogenics, right, honey? That's what they're with, right? Yeah, they're with Isogenics. Okay, great company, just not what we have, guys. And it's really funny. They're the healthiest people I know. They didn't even know about LifeVantage. They didn't know about NRF2. They didn't know about NRF1. They didn't know about any of our products. That's why, guys, just stay connected. What you have in your hands is untouchable in the market, okay? But what they do is they do what's called attraction marketing, okay? And so here's what I want you guys to do when you look at a 30-day time period of what to post on social media. And they crush it, guys. Like today, Connor posted a video of him getting gas in Oregon, right, honey? In Oregon, and the police officer pulled up and said, he was pumping his own gas, and he said, I saw that you're not from here. He's from Canada, John. He said, you're not from here, so I'm just going to let you know that that's a $500 fine for pumping your own gas in Oregon. All right. And he's like, dude, so listen to this. He's like, dude, we don't live in any place longer than 3 months. And the guy basically said, huh? Like, you see what that means, what that did, that gap? And I just know Connor, he didn't say this because he was on the road talking, but I guarantee he got the cops' information. Guarantee it, didn't have to say it. I just know him. Right? And I interviewed them this week about the way they go about doing this. And they said, this is what they said. And this is my part, is they do 3, 2, 1. Lifestyle. What's the second one? Honey?
Lifestyle, value, and one call to action.
And one call to action. Okay? Call to action. So look, you don't have to do it like just at the 30-day period. The average of your post should be 3 lifestyle, 2 value, and 1 call to action. Like, Wendy, unmute yourself. I'm unmuting you. Okay,
I got it.
Where were you at the other day at that parade that you were taking a video?
Where was I?
Yeah.
I was in Dallas, Georgia at the American Idol.
Okay, so that's a lifestyle post. Okay, you can mute. I just wanted to find out because I didn't know what it was. So that's a lifestyle post. She's in the middle of the day, out videotaping a lifestyle post. Look at what my lifestyle has given me, right? I did a lifestyle post today on my bicycle. And then, hold on one second, guys. I got one more thing I have to do. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Okay, so the next part here is the value part, okay? So 2 posts where you give value. Like today, I gave 1 lifestyle post and 1 value post. I did a Viome gut test post, right? And then another one's a call to action post where you're encouraging somebody to be on a leadership call, to be on a biohacking call with a doctor. Guys, there was 17 people on the call tonight. We should have had 70 people on that call. your distributors and your customers should be wanting to listen to a medical professional speak. It's on us that doesn't get people on those calls. We show urgency, we get people on the call. Lisa and I just said, Lisa, and I can talk about this now. We couldn't talk about it for the last couple of weeks, but Lisa just found out that that her father that raised her was not her biological father. Now she has this whole side of a new family, right? Guess who she's sharing the information with? They've started to ask her why she's able to walk away from a 28-year career. So guess what Lisa's going to start talking about on her Facebook Lives? How she's able to do that. I would encourage, like I brought Wendy on. You know, some of you are at high noon of getting this information. You hear all this stuff, Mike Hinkie, and you guys are keeping this information from other people. And let me just show you this, okay? I shared last week about how to put people in a messenger, okay? A guy at Thrive heard about LifeVantage from somebody else, and I'm going to help the guy, right? He put 5 people into a private message group, introduced me and them on Facebook, and all 5 of them signed up. How many of you can do that? Guys, I'm not being hard on you, but sometimes, you know, Lisa and I have learned that mentors tell us what we need to hear, not what we want to hear, but what we need to hear. So 2 values and then 1 call to action. Hey guys, look, here's your opportunity to hear about this information. Like I'm going to use Mike, for instance, again, and he knows because I always do it. That's why I said it's the best day of the week. But he's been in sales all his life, right? Doing sales. And he's good at it, right? Like he's succeeded at it. He has a good, but I don't really know if, I don't know this. Mike may unmute and tell me I'm wrong, but I don't know if that's really been Mike's, and Mike, you can unmute yourself and tell me if you want. I don't really know if that's been Mike's passion all of his career. Has it been that, Mike? Has that been your passion all your career?
Absolutely.
Okay, so good. So now that he is passionate about that, same thing happened with Howard Feingold. He came to a meeting last night and he's like, oh my God, I just realized something by listening to you all this time. I've been a salesman. I'm not following the system. So Mike has to deconnect himself by what he does by selling somebody insurance to introducing them to LifeVantage and leadership development, right? And he knows that. So it's, I would say that it's been kind of a stumbling block for him. Would you agree, Mike?
Absolutely.
So here's what you have to do. At some point in time, you have to say, okay, what is it that I'm learning that I'm not putting into action? And I just learned this, that, you know, Lisa and I have started to write down things that, look, if 80% of your time is spent doing things that's not bringing money into you or blessing other people, you're wasting your time. Just like I can tell you, one of the most major things that's happened by Lisa retiring is until after about 9:30 or 10 o'clock, that TV never comes on. Never comes on. You guys can't see this, but wave, Lisa. Lisa's at her own desk now, okay? 10 o'clock, she says. PM, yeah. So from like this morning, I got up and at 6:30 and I started working. And I'm still working, right? And I started learning this 3-2-1. So does anybody have any questions? You can come over here. Does anybody have any questions about the 3-2-1? Anybody? Who on here is not doing Facebook Lives? Michael Hinkie.
Yes, I am not.
I love you, man. You know that.
I know it. I love you too.
and who is not doing Facebook? Who? Okay, let me raise this. Does everybody understand this 3-2-1?
I'm not doing Facebook Lives.
I know that. You were next, Tammy. and guys, here's a prime example. I'm just going to use Tammy as an example. So I was at one of my masterminds, and my friend Eric Nime, who I just gave a great book to, who the guy's a rock star, He's a tax accountant, just like Tammy, right? And he said, how do I do Facebook Live content when it comes to value about, since I'm a tax accountant? He said, what do you like to do? Okay. Lifestyle. He likes to bike, right? He likes to bike. He said, what else do you like to do? He said, I like karate. He said, tell them about karate, tell them about your lifestyle, and then tell them you'll karate chop their taxes, right? Like, there's content all the time. Like, Mike, I'm sure I could sit down with you this next week and you could tell me 100 stories from different houses that you've went to and people that you've sold insurance to and telephone calls and how you've been able to impact people's life. Am I correct?
Yes.
And so what part of the 3-2-1 is that? It's the value part. You have, Mike Hinkie, you have value, okay? And so, whether you've, and this is what Lisa is realizing, that she has value from being a nurse. So that's why you need a Facebook business page. If you don't have one, you can, guys, I'm going to tell you something really cool, and I'm going to share this in a video next week. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I wanted to share it with you. I've implemented a lot of things, and this is all of the Instagram people that are adding me on Instagram on a daily basis. Okay? You can see the red ones all down through there. I'm getting 7 to 10 strangers adding me on Instagram every single day. And I'm like, this is freaking awesome. And I got guys commenting on my posts and saying, hey, I want to jump on the phone with you. Hey, I want to get to know you. And guys, that's been 3 days, okay? It's been 3 days. So what I wanted to share, and then I'm going to bring Lisa over here, is that here is the process of what has happened from that. Like tomorrow, this is half of my day tomorrow. You can see I have a booked schedule, okay? Because, and you know what? I don't know any of these people except some of them from my mastermind. Several of them I've met on social media. So look, you have to, like, I'm going to use Mike again because he's okay with it. If I'm Mike and I know he works a job and he has a family, I'm blocking out time where I'm going to use 15 minutes to, maybe make an Instagram post of me with my kids or my grandkids or whatever that may look like, right? And it takes 2 minutes to do. You're allowed, I think, 2-minute video on Instagram or 1 minute. 1 or 2 minutes, right? And you can do that and build a lifestyle. If you guys
For live.
for live videos and if you watch Cole and Sonia Hatter, which is one of our mentors who started Thrive and Thrive Connect, they do everything lifestyle and they do value and they do a call to action, right? Like a call to action for them is getting people to come to Thrive because they only allow 1,500 people to come to Thrive. So it's an intimate setting and they do the lifestyle stuff. Like the other day, Cole took Sonia shopping for shoes that she wanted as a little kid. And guys, here's the type of people that we've surrounded ourselves with to let you know that you guys are we're learning. You guys are going to get all these people on this list right here make a minimum of $250,000 all the way up to $10 million a year. And I'm interviewing them and I'm going to be posting them. And some of them are going to be coming on these leadership calls. So, and I'm going to be creating a platform for men. So all you guys that are men are on here, better get on that platform. I know Mike Weingarten, him and I have already talked about it. He's going to get on there. There's a lot of things that are happening from that perspective. And it's all because people use and follow this 3 lifestyle, 2 value, and 1. So it may be 9 lifestyle posts in a month or.
It's a minimum of 1 per day.
Right. So, but like Cole, but here's what Cole said. Yeah, but here's what Cole said. At the end of you don't need to do 3, 2, 1 every single day.
No,
it needs to be an average of 3, 2, 1 at the end of the month where if you've done 30 lifestyle, you'll do 20 value and 10 call to action. So it's just basically putting a 0 at the end, no matter how many you have or whatever you call to action.
Minimum of 1 a day.
1 a day. So it could be 30 lifestyle, and maybe it even can be you do 3 lifestyle in one day, and then the next day you do 2 values, right? However you do it, it just needs to act them out and be balanced out. Do you guys all understand that? That's cool, right? Okay.
So Mike, that means that's the ratio then, right?
Correct, Mike. That's absolutely the ratio. So if you're out, let's say you're out showing a house, or you're out taking somebody around, right? You can, say, hey, look, here's a house I'm looking at, or whatever that may be. Even for Mike, like, hey, a lifestyle thing is here. Here's some people that I just helped save money on their insurance, right? Whatever that may be, you do that, and then you have a call to action, like, hey, look, I'm jumping on a video tonight with some people to talk about biohacking, right? I'm going to drop the link below if you're interested in even understanding it. Go into it a little bit. So, anybody have more questions about that? Any questions? All right, cool. I want to share one more thing, and then I'm going to turn it over to my wife.
Only if it's regarding social media, because it's closed. If you're switching topic, let me go.
Okay, I'll let you go.
Awesome.
Lisa's
So I just
gone.
wanted to keep it flowing since we're talking social media right now.
Okay. Hey, Richard.
So anyways, regarding all this with social media and, building yourself up and branding yourself, to attract the ideal person that you want to be working with, things like that. You want to be also building your personal as well as your fan or business page on Facebook. That was my mistake. I sort of stopped doing anything on my personal page and shifted everything to my business page. That's not a really good idea. And what they said is, instead of sharing it, so like, you post on your fan page, then you're going to download it, or copy it rather, and paste it on your personal page. You're going to copy it and paste it on your Instagram page, or what other social media avenues that you have.
Repeat that.
And so with Instagram, if you have a fan or a business page, actually, if you post on Instagram first, you can set it up that it will automatically post on your fan page for Facebook. And then all you got to do is copy your post and re-upload your video or whatever to your personal page. So that kind of is, one little quick cheat, so to speak.
Yeah.
The other thing is, never, ever, ever post or engage in comments about politics, religion, or anything racy. Never, ever, ever on a business page, especially, and highly recommended to avoid it on your personal page. You also want to post more videos than just photos. People tend to be much more engaging with videos than they do photos. Yeah, exactly right. Where's George Danisco? I love you,
He's
George.
on there. He's
Good
on
seeing
there.
you.
He's on there.
And then when you're writing your captions, they're either going to be short and sweet, or if they're going to be long, you have to make sure that they're appropriately spelled, appropriately punctuated, and spacing is accurate and appropriate as well. That was something that they were talking about with social media, especially if you're going to be using things like LinkedIn, which is business related, especially, and LinkedIn is kind of joining or edging into like a Facebook kind of a platform as well, to make it much more interactive and everything. So when you're doing things, trying to promote business, I mean, we're professionals. Doesn't matter whether you graduated high school, college, master's, doctorate, or you're a dropout. You're still a professional. You still need to have things proofread with appropriate punctuations and spellings. That was something that they stressed regarding social media posts. So especially if those longer posts, make sure they're spelled correctly and things like that. That's it on social media. So if you wanted to switch gears, go for it.
No, I one of the things I wanted to discuss with you guys was there's some people that weren't on last week, and I get the and what was your last point there about social media, honey? Go back just 1 second.
About the captions?
No.
That was my last thing I was talking about.
Oh,
spelling.
okay. Here's what I wanted to say. Go on and be a learner of what people are doing that are being successful. Okay. Guys, here's what I wanted to share. Okay. So I don't know if any of you guys saw this, but let me tell you the value of what you have in your hands. Okay. This is one nugget that I wanted to share tonight. And so and guys, this is in my industry too, just in the supplement industry. Okay. But in the DSA, okay, which is what we're in the Direct Sales Association, the average customer of current network marketing companies, not ones from 30 years ago or 40, but companies that are currently in the network marketing realm and industry. Here is what they found out, that between around, on an average, a person uses the products 3.5 months. Okay? Eric Worre's son, Taylor, told me this, said this on a live video day before yesterday in Sioux Falls. And he said, here's what got him to understand the significance of this and join LifeVantage. He was actually a distributor in a company that Chris is on, so we laugh all the time because we know people that left LifeVantage and went to that company, and it's Bid Pro 10 that went to that company, and it's blew up, right? It's funny. Somebody said this, and you guys have heard this, that people, they don't say it right, but they say money's the root of all evil. No, it's the love of money is the root of all evil, right? So think about this. Do you guys know what LifeVantage average? Can anybody guess and type it down there in the chat box? If you already know, don't type it. But if you can, if you know, Chris said he knows, it's 12 months. Okay? Guys, that's 4 times what the average company does. Richard guessed 9 months. That's good, Richard. But it's 4 times, guys. 11 to 12 months. That's great. Mitchell said 11 to 12 months. That's exactly right. So, guys, look at this. It's 12 months. That's why Taylor said that his dad encouraged him to go to work for LifeVantage, and his mom became a distributor, made Pro 5 in 1 month. Okay? And so I can tell you this, with this attraction marketing and using the information that Lisa's teaching with funnels, we're getting ready to launch here very soon. Some of our funnels and some of our stuff that we've been teaching you guys all along. Lisa offered a course. Some people, I told her I didn't think people would finish it. But if you haven't and you started it, get back involved and finish it. Let her help you, because if you want your business to be like a rocket ship, you'll see how that works. I'll just tell you this. The next phase of people that you see standing on stage, and I do want to talk about that. I'm going to talk more about it next week, but our incentive trip goes up until next June, till June, right? And to Mexico, okay? We're going to make a massive push the rest of this month and next month to make it to that trip. And so should you. It's one of the first doable ones, okay, that you can do. So think about this. Think about taking more action, okay? But allow yourself to focus on this attraction marketing. Start building a rapport with people. Guys, there's 3.2 billion people every day now that use Facebook. Really? 3.2 billion. And guess what? Now there's people that have never used Facebook that are using Instagram, right? Like Dr. John told me that his daughters don't have any social media except for Snapchat. Well, Snapchat is part of Instagram, right? So you can, that group of people, millennials age, guys, on my list right here of people that I'm interviewing, I'd say probably 30 to 40% of them are millennials. That means they're under the age of 30, and some of them were ranked in the top 20 by Forbes magazine of successful millennials under the age of 30. So Don't look at your current situation. People said, I'll finish with this. You have anything else you want to share?
Oh, I had other stuff.
Okay. No, I'll let you share a couple more things. But here's what I want to say. I used my friend Howard, who was at a meeting last night I did at Dr. John's office. He said that he was in sales and he realized that what he had been doing wrong for months and months and months is he was getting people to meetings, a lot of people, because we see him bring people to meetings every single time. Then he was trying to sell them instead of trying to influence them. If you can take little bitty steps and implement these things and influence people to see the bigger picture, you guys can crush it. You guys can do, if you look at this as 3 to 5 years down the line, Chris and I looked at this and we just said, hey, look, the ups and downs suck because we're not branded yet. But when we become branded, which Taylor said we're going to be a legacy company, I told you guys this, Amway bought out Metagenics that's been around for 25 years because they've taken a whole group of products and put it into 4 million distributors, okay? We haven't even reached 78,000 active distributors yet, okay? Guys, it's happening in the next 2 or 3 years when we get to 150 and go into momentum, okay? Taylor said that too. So I'm going to let Lisa share a couple more things, but come up a little bit closer, honey. You're too far back. All right, cool.
Awesome. So anyways, regarding our whys, for me, I guess I didn't quite have a real grasp of what that really meant or what it looked like. I mean, it was, yes, time freedom, financial freedom, wanting to help other people, things like that. But actually, those were goals. That was one of the things that we were learning here at that mastermind, that it was, the goal. And we've even all heard the analogy of walking across like a 2-foot beam, 100 floors up for $100. The goal is $100. You're not going to do it. When you're walking across that beam on the first floor with like 3 to 5 feet drop for $100, most of us probably would attempt it because we're not going to get killed. We're not going to die, right? So the goal is the $100, or the why rather is the $100. The goal is just money. You want $100. That's your the goal is the $100. The why is to get to the other side because you want that money to do something with it. All right. But now when you take that analogy and you put that 2-foot beam across 2 buildings, 100 floors up in the air, and someone's waving $100, that's the goal, right? $100. Are you going to walk across it? Heck no. Are you going to risk walking across it for $1 million? Maybe, maybe not, but my guess is most people no. But then when you've got your child being dangled over the edge there, or your spouse, whatever, now all of a sudden that goal just turned into your why. Your why is to save that child for love. So when I heard it put like that, it really kind of shifted something inside of me, because we all have those goals and we're calling them our whys, or at least most of us are. I was calling my goal a why, but it really wasn't a why. And so when they talk about it in our trainings at LifeVantage, they talk about digging deep.
I don't think they can hear us.
Mike, unmute yourself.
We got knocked off somehow, guys. Sorry about that.
All right.
All right, we're back.
All right.
So once that shift kind of shifted, it was much easier for me to think about my why. Yeah, we want money. Yeah, we want to help family. But more specifically, why? It's that emotional attachment, and we've all heard it taught, your why should make you cry. It just became much more of a reality for me when they put it in the context of a goal versus a why. So I really wanted to kind of share that, because if it helped me, hopefully it'll help somebody else to really kind of be able to dig deep and to push through, because then your reason to succeed, your reason for getting across that beam 100 floors up, is much greater than the risk or the challenge you're about to take. Your reason to succeed, to go save your child, You'd rather die in the process if you can't save your child. But at least you're trying, so that reason for success overcomes any fears. Overcomes any fears that we might have to go through the process.
And you know, honey, it makes me think about that when you were saying that. I thought about what Jeff Lever said earlier on the product call when he said Dr. John has a very successful chiropractic clinic, one of the top ones here in our area. But at 8 o'clock at night, he's on here talking about something that he feels morally responsible to share. And he shared these two things with me, and I'm going to post them on the Biohacking Insight group and Freedom Fighters group, about two young 15-year-olds that have been giving their life back because of our products that were
One's just a few months old.
Yeah.
20-month-old.
Or, yeah.
And a 15-year-old.
Oh, yeah. 20-month-old with severe autism. And these are just from our products, guys. So, sorry.
That's okay.
That was pretty cool.
And then along the lines of overcoming the fears, whatever you've been successful in the past, whatever arena that may have been, take that confidence, that posture that you know you've done a great job. You've been highly successful in marketing. You've been highly successful in corporate America.
Share that example where you got
with
that.
Legacy?
Yeah.
So the example was Legacy Perez. He's apparently a pretty well-known
runner-up on So You Think You Can Dance. Chris knows who he is very well.
He's toured
Gwen
with
Stefani, Justin Bieber. He's been on all kinds of videos and music stuff.
Yeah.
He's just phenomenal.
So he then wanted to get into the real estate arena, like high-end, multi-million-dollar flips and stuff like that. Didn't know anything about real estate, right? But he took the mindset of, I was highly successful in the dance world. So he would walk into doing his first business deal with the mindset of, I'm a dancer, I'm confident, I've been successful, I've toured the world, blah, blah, blah. And went in there with that posture and that attitude, really not knowing a darn thing about real estate, closing this incredible
here's what he did. Here's how he did that. He would go in to all these people wanting to find a realtor, right? And they were all being bid on, right? And he was the rookie. No one knew who he was. All these other famous multi-million-dollar sellers were in the room, and all these people were picking Legacy because of who he was, his confidence. And you know what he said? I don't know if you remember this. He said, but he made it about them. He made it about the people. And you know what he used? The influence over persuasion. He influenced those people to believe in themselves, that what he was going to do was give them the results that they wanted.
Right. And he presents himself in a way that stands out. So as we are talking about branding ourselves and things like that, whether you're wanting to actively brand on social media is irrelevant. The fact that you are who you are, we each have unique, amazing gifts and qualities. Tap into that, so to speak, and present that to the world. What makes you different, Mike, from Wendy? What makes me different from Wendy? Not that one person's better than the other, because we're not. But we all have different giftings, different qualities. So as we grow that part of our uniqueness that makes us different from the rest of the world, that's what's going to gain the attention of the communities. That's what's going to gain the attention. Pair that with the posture of the confidence that you've had in prior successes. Look out, world. We're unstoppable.
And guys, here's another thing. A lot of you are in sales and business. Chris is, Mike is, all y'all are in that type of business. Guys, put this into action in both of your businesses, and they feed one another. That's what we're doing. It was really funny, and we'll close with this. At our mastermind, Cole had all these live speakers set up. and I'm not going to go into all their names, but it would have blown your mind away. Like I recorded some of them. If you guys, I can't get them the volume to play. If you want to go back on my Facebook page on the front page, you can watch some of them. But Mark Lack and Damon Wyman and Dan Fleischman, who was a world renowned poker player, and now he helps people build social media accounts, and he made $10 million doing that last year. Okay, because he took what we are learning and teaching you and put it into action for other people. Okay, so those are huge things. But what I realized from all of that is that they're just common people. And so Cole had all these speakers that were supposed to come. 4 of them had like major things happen and had to back
Like
out.
deaths in the family.
Yeah, like, all this. And he brought in all these other people. And you know what? We looked at each other and said, wow. And he said it too. It was like a God thing. Like all these people. And then they were people that were in network marketing, that were doing attraction marketing, and were doing other businesses online. We were like, perfect. We can teach this. It was for us to teach to you guys, and for you guys to take and put into action. So I know I went over about 10 minutes, but I wanted Lisa to share some things. We're going to continue to share some more things. I would tell you guys to start inviting people to get on these Tuesdays and Thursdays calls, because people are signing up. Every week somebody signed up. I don't know what, I'll probably find out somebody signed up from the product call tonight, but Dr. John did it. I recorded it, and I'll post it up on YouTube. We had some technical difficulties, but we're going to get that fixed. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the call tonight. I'm going to stop the recording.